Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Prismata. Let us jump in the queue and play games of Prismata against strangers. Wait, what? Swifty with two eyes? Is that some sort of Swifty Smurf or what? Seems pretty low rated for a Swifty Smurf, but what do I know? Atheist God. Whoa, base plus 11. Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't think Venge is good when the other player has access to Plexo and Infusion Grid and Perforator and Ossified Drone. So it looks kind of like red. I mean, you want everything, right? But green you can wait on. Blue and red are much more pressing because they're just all so good. Economy size here, probably like mid to high teens, like call it 16 or 17 drones-ish. You kind of want to be building like... Well, eventually you'd like to get to the point of building like Bombardier plus Tarsier, or maybe Bombardier Hellhound if you like want to tech up all that much. But like with Infusion Grid around to defend and all this stuff, like a ton of prompt or good soak in like Hellhound, Perforator, Ossified, Infusion Grid, Plexo, Doom Drone, you'll probably actually want more tech than that. Maybe you could even go double red? Maybe. Maybe you'll just like buy some Fission Turrets as well. Yeah, I don't think I want to get tech right away. Next turn, I think I'll get like blue and red. That's what, 11? With which I could buy drone double doomy, maybe? That seems alright. Too bad my Doom Drone was just a tiny bit too early to get any value, but... Oh! Perforator. That's interesting. Now I have to decide, does he want to hold his Perforator? I don't know. If he clicks his Perforator to kill an engineer, that's fine with me. I'm not holding a Doom Drone to prevent that. I think he'd rather have a red. Okay, so Bombardier is beginning now, right? He kind of wants a wall, doesn't he? He also wants an Infusion Grid. It's a bit tricky. I think it's kind of hard for him to build a Bombardier. You know, I think I have enough drones. I'd rather just get a conduit so I can start getting Plexos in the future. Or fission turrets or something. So I have very, very cheap ways to spend my blue and my red. I don't want more drones exactly. I want more tech. So he's sort of absorbing for 4 next turn, right? Something to think about. in terms of like whether it is correct to buy fast attack or not. But I think it is still correct. Do I want a Perforator to defend with? Probably not just yet. Another Tarsier is fine. Yeah, we're already attacking for 4 anyway, so... Oh, he's also only absorbing for 3 if you count the Doom Drone. Yeah, we definitely want attack as fast as we can get it. Which argues that like maybe the Tarsier was too slow, but I just mean we aren't being rewarded for delaying attack. It's not like build time is an advantage at this time. It might still be fine to build Tarsier, but maybe not actually. Maybe a Perforator was correct. Given that he's getting this Bombarder. I don't know. We have a lot of, you know, quote, absorb this turn. Yeah. Okay, I didn't actually need the Perforator really. He's losing 1 attack this turn as well, which is great. I feel like I'm in a very strong position at the moment. He looks like he's trying to get this extra conduit for Plexos. I don't know. Doesn't seem great to me. I just want to try to live through my Bombarder train so I can start defending with these guys. Yeah, this makes it real hard for him to keep building attack. First Bombarder is so good. Four, 6, 8. So he's absorbing 8 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're still attacking with everything. With my Bombarder getting ready to defend, I'm not so sure I need all these Engineers. I think I'd rather get a Conduit so I can buy Plexos. Or Fissions, depending on which I need. I wish I'd been able to Ossify at some point, but, you know, Perforators are pretty good too. Ooh, oh, this is the worst. He's getting exploited for 1 here. He doesn't have a way to keep 2 health alive. This is the exact amount I was clearly attacking for, so this looks like a missed defense to me. I threatened to attack with the Perforator, but I'm also clearly not going to actually do it. Oh, I don't want to attack with this, do I? Maybe. No, I want to hold it back because it gives me granularity. He's probably not attacking with the Perforator, in which case we lose. 6 is a bit awkward, isn't it? No, I can lose Perforator NG onto grid. It's not perfect, but it's fine. I'd like to have 3 Engineers like next turn, but that's fine. I should be able to do that, no problem. It's holding back Doom Drones. I can't believe he bought a Tarsier last turn. Oh, also, I forgot I have these, like, pirate Tarsiers now. I think I got those guys off camera. Went to the Black Lab with a bunch of silly stuff. I think I made it to 40 power cores at some point. I don't know. They're a bit silly. I haven't decided yet whether I like them. Third Blast Forge. Why? Yep, that is the defense I wanted. So he's probably attacking for just 9, but that's... I'm granular enough that I don't really super care about the difference. Well, maybe I'm attacking with the Perforator, actually? Yeah, I think so. This guarantees the engineers even if I have to, for some reason, lose an Engie, although I don't think I will. And this spends my excess green. Seems good. How is his wall supply, by the way? I haven't built any walls this game. What a master. I do have a bit more defense than I need, though. I should maybe one of these turns take a break from Bombarders and build some Hellhounds. Yeah, that's probably good. Hang on, let's double check my engineers. Yeah, oh, I have way more than I'm gonna need to harvest turrets next turn. Probably can still just build Hellhounds. Yeah. Go back to Bombarders next turn. Kind of built myself up too much defensive tempo. Should have noticed that sooner, that I was accumulating Bombarders and switched back to Hellhounds. Probably Bombarder time now, though. 12 lets me keep 6 health alive, 7. Okay. I got an achievement. Crank it up to 11? Ah, win a base plus 11 game. Finally happened, guys. Yeah, this is a pretty telling graph. This one doesn't really say that much. What exactly went wrong here for my opponent? Not getting an infusion grid for quite a while. Actually, ever? Was kind of a problem. had the lead on attackers, sure. But I was absorbing more, and that more than made up for it. Additionally, I had more... Wait. He has 24 income? I only have 19. That's interesting. Did he, like, overdo it on Doom drones? I don't think so. I think those were all good Doom drones from him. They all got good value. Too many regular drones? Too many engineers? No, these were from the Hellhounds. How did he end up with so many more drones than me? On this turn, like on the turn when we started teching, we both built a number of Doom drones. We have basically the same number of regular drones here. I guess he... Okay, so this turn, I think Hellhound was a mistake. He needed to spend his gold on attackers, not on drones. And Hellhound is a very efficient way to spend tech, but right now, like, the Hellhound's fast attack doesn't actually do anything. It's just running into a defense grid, an infusion grid, right? So it's like a Tarsier plus an engineer for 5 red, blue, right? And that's 1 and a blue more expensive than a Tarsier? Like, would you really buy an engineer for 1 and a blue? I don't think you would. So I think here Hellhound is just worse than Tarsier. He could have gotten an infusion grid out, which would have been great, since I have clearly some Tarsiers arriving that will hit it just fine. Attacking with the Perforator, I don't know. I think it was a mistake because he wants to build more attackers, and killing this one engineer is not really that big a deal. Maybe I'm wrong about this. But I think this turn he had less tech than he should have, and as a result, like, built too many drones instead of attackers. Or infusion grid, right? Which, like, getting one out would have been really valuable. Yeah, and he actually attacked with the Perforator again. Actually doing nothing. Wow, I didn't notice this. This is a clear error. He just threw some red in the garbage. Okay. And then, like, I got the first Bombarder, which is a humongous deal. It's so much tempo. And combined with my infusion grid, I had enough leeway to keep building Bombarders, get that train going, whereas he's having a ton of trouble defending my Bombarder train. So I guess that's what went wrong. Like, he spent too long building drones and kind of the wrong tech, and not enough time building attackers, didn't get the infusion grid soon enough. So here, I think it was still right for me to be buying Bombarder, because I'm losing most of my defense and I'm gonna want this guy. But right about now, I think it might have been better to stop for a little while and build Hellhounds. It's less immediate pressure, but it produces enough defense, and in the short term with these engineers, and the if Bombarder just said, like, attacks, if it had lifespan and wasn't a blocker, let's say, like some really awful version of Bombarder that was just like attack 3, then attack 3, then die, it would be quite bad, right? It would be awful, I think. Maybe not, but I think it would be. And so a Bombarder that you don't defend with, that you spend a long time not defending with after it's done attacking, is very weak, right? Or it's not very weak, because having it available gives you the option. Like, if it's playing around threat, for example, it's fine. But if it's like sitting there and your opponent has no way to even threaten to kill it, it just kind of sucks. And I would rather have built Hellhounds to continue attacking for longer, right? 2 Hellhounds costs 2 and a red more than a Bombarder, and it attacks for less, right? But on the 3rd turn, where Bombarder is getting value by defending, Hellhound makes up the attack differential, and is behind 2 health, because like you have the 2 engineers instead of the 4 health Bombarder. So on that turn, Hellhound is worse if you're actually getting value out of the Bombarder. On the turn after that, it's already pretty close. Turn after that, Hellhound's clearly better. And especially since I was kind of going to be in need of granularity more than just raw soak, I think Hellhounds would have been better here. And I didn't notice even this turn that, like, look at all these 0 health Bombarders. This is a sign of something is wrong. You shouldn't have this many. And it was nice to keep pressure on my opponent, but I think Hellhounds would have been better. And I finally realized it now when I wanted to start harvesting fidget turrets. But, like, buying Bombarders and Engineers seems like, oh boy, wouldn't you rather just have Hellhounds if the Engineers are that important? I don't know, maybe. So I think that was, like, my biggest mistake, was managing Bombarders poorly. I'm still not totally sure about this D1E opening. Like, it seems like it's often pretty good. Here, I guess the Doom Drone was getting defensive value. No, because if I held it back, he wouldn't have clicked the Perforator. Yeah. Here, it gave him 2 bad choices. Hold the Perforator, letting me get away with it, or click it, losing yourself a red. So, I don't know. And just, like, trying to be aware of the amount my opponent was going to absorb for, and, like, build a Hellhound so when it actually does some damage, but not earlier. Likewise, this fission turret starts causing some trouble for him. I don't know. Okay, well, let's move on to game 2. This is the guy we just played, right? Oh, they're playing an event game. It's Price War. How exactly does Price War work? Everything costs... Yeah, nothing costs gold? No. What? I don't understand Price War. Borgas. I don't think I've played this person. I mean, Scorch and Windsor are pretty serious, right? But is Centurion good enough? I think Centurion gets fairly little value against Scorch and Windsor because you can sync them and only attack every 3rd turn. So Centurion's extra absorb is worth a lot less. I think Scorch and Windsor is the way to go. It's more important than usual to sync your Scorches. So you want a red sync for turns where you're not building Scorches? No, you can just build Scorches and then hold them, right? I guess that's fine. I could put out an engineer here, think about it for a while, and take it back to sort of encourage him to go 3rd engineer, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that actually made it less likely for him to go 3rd engie because he's now noticed that I'm not. I don't know. Centurion could still be right here, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just get Scorches and then keep building up drones and then suddenly slam down a Windsor. Oh, Oride Core. Oh, that's great support, actually. Right? For Windsor and Scorch, because it lets you make use of off-sync attack and also sync your blue a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how to build Windsor, and I don't really play Scorch very well either. But I think that that's the right thing to do here. Blue. Why? I guess he's building a splitter here. I don't really care. I'm gonna let it do 1 damage, I guess. I'm not cutting a Scorch to build a Rhino, I can tell you that. Ah, Oride Core. Okay, well, I'll just deny you value by not building an Absorber. How do you feel about that? Do I need any more engineers? Do I need any more tech? A conduit might be nice. But I don't really want to spam Scorches exactly. I kind of want to get like some more time to... I want an ossified drone? Maybe that's what I'm getting next turn, is like Tarsier ossified or Rhino ossified or something, depending on how much he... whether he looks like he wants to attack me or not. So he wants first Windsor, and he's gonna get it. But being able to ossify will make me a lot less vulnerable to that kind of threat. And I have Scorches as well, so I don't know. Wow, he actually didn't attack, he took the money. Interesting. I'd like to build Tarsiers this turn, but I guess I'm not going to. The trick is when to get the 2 Blast Forges, right? If I get them now, they'll be off sync with the Scorch. Or the Windsor will be off sync with my Scorches, right? Which is not great. I kind of want to buy the Windsor next turn, but I also want to like get some Oride Cores to go with some Tarsiers, maybe? So maybe I'll just do this and get a couple Oride Cores ahead of time, and then get the Windsor the next turn. Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal, obviously. But that's why we're gonna need to start ossifying, I guess. I'm trying to think about, like, there's something to be said for timing your Windsor relative to the enemy Windsor, right? You want yours, like, I don't know. I'm not very good at doing that, but there is something to be said for being able to do it. I really would love to ossify a bit already. But I guess I'm not going to. because I want to get these Tarsiers down to line up with the Oride Core. Next turn we're building a Wincer and a Scorch. That's 14. And then a bunch of Engineers to soak up all this stuff, I guess. Centurion. That's interesting. Well, I'm not attacking into that. I guess I should have seen this coming. That's interesting. I can't really effectively hold my Scorches for anything, right? It's gonna be a long time before they're useful again. I kind of have to attack anyway, even though it sucks. Because over the next several turns, attack means nothing. Holding them is just wasting the 2 damage. My clock is going way faster than I would like. I guess I could try to build a Centurion at some point. But oh jeez, I have no damn. I have no health. Help! I don't know. I guess I can build walls. The Rhino's defending. Yeah, I don't know. The Centurion is a big investment. If he builds much more attack, like much more permanent attack, I can actually get Centurion value? Maybe? I don't know, he could deny it with Oride Cores, though. Oh boy. Somehow I thought I would be able to defend this a little bit more comfortably. I was hoping to have ossified a bit, I guess is the thing. And I just never actually did that. But how is he going to defend his Centurion, right? Like, don't I have a lot of damage? 15, 24, 28? It's gonna be a bit tough. On the other hand, I only have 10 drones. I don't think he can build any walls. He needs to just, like, force field and hold 1,000,000 drones. Oh, okay, splitters, sure. He has to hold a lot of those too, of course. So we need to somehow survive the next Windsor shot. If we can do that, I think we win. It's a big if, though. So here he loses 2 attack guaranteed, so he's attacking for just 4, right? Well, I'm gonna have trouble holding 5 drones for this next Windsor attack, aren't I? That is to say, owning 5 drones on which to, or with which to click Windsor. I could try buying Scorches, but that doesn't seem like a winning play. I bought these Oride cores so that my rhinos can produce money. I don't know if that was the right idea. Because I want them to defend for his Windsor, but they have a charge left, so I'm going to try to spend it on gaining money. Oh man, his Windsor's going off now? How on earth do I live through that? Ugh. What was I thinking? This is not going to work. The Oride cores were investments that were too long term. Yeah. I'm dead now. I don't know. Was the first Windsor really that good? Was the Centurion that good? The Centurion really did get better value than I thought it would, because he was actually able to get it down against the first Scorch Wave at a time when I didn't really have a way to delay the Scorches profitably. Like, if these had been more Scorches, I would have held these two. Maybe. Then they wouldn't sync with the Windsor. I don't know. Yeah. It was just really hard to defend the Windsor the turn after buying my own Windsor. And I couldn't actually get like the Scorch Windsor thing going well enough. He had more economy as well, I think. Not much. In fact, less if you don't count the Oride core. But these Scorches kind of telegraphed what was going to happen, and made his Centurion quite good. Yeah, I don't know. What could I could have, like, on this turn, gotten the Windsor and then get the Centurion after that. But that doesn't seem that good. Like, it's what he did, and he won, so I guess it was good. Maybe I also could have, like, cut this drone to get a Centurion next turn instead of a Tarsier. Or instead of all this stuff I did. Planning... I don't know. Just didn't respect Centurion enough, I guess. Or first Windsor. Like, I could have gotten first Winter if I didn't want the Scorches. I thought it was going to be pretty cool to build 2 Scorches and then sink a Winter with them, but just building a Winter first and then maybe trying to sink Scorches with that might have been better. Or just like build a Winter and forget the Scorches. I don't know. I'd like to learn more about how these, you know, Scorch Winter, how they work together, because I clearly don't get it. They seem like they should work together on paper. And I think that they do, but what I did just like doesn't work. Okay, well, enough of that. I wish I would stop getting these stupid event notifications. I really don't care. Alright, well, that was 2 games, so we are now done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.